So before we get into the travel vlog, I thought I would do a little intro of exactly what went down on this day, because I didn't get to film it exactly like how I had it planned in my head. So I thought I'd do a little explanation as to the situation we faced on our travel day. We travelled out to Florida on Wednesday the 4th of September 2019. As some of you may know, Hurricane Dorian was causing us problems, causing a lot of people a lot of problems. Orlando Airport was actually shut on Tuesday the 3rd. All flights to Orlando on Tuesday were cancelled, and Orlando didn't announce when they were going to be reopening the airport. Nobody knew. The hurricane was very unpredictable. It was changing course all the time. I've never tracked a hurricane like the way I was tracking Dorian, I'll tell you that now. All of Tuesday we didn't know whether we were going to be flying the next day or not. We were waiting on updates. We were constantly talking to Virgin, trying to keep on track of the Orlando Twitter page to see if they knew when they were going to be reopening. Nothing was said. We basically spent all of Tuesday expecting the worst, expecting not to go. We pretty much knew we were going to be waiting right until the end of the day, until anything was announced. So 9 o'clock came and went, and we still hadn't heard anything. Virgin were telling us that all flights were planned to go ahead, so we should expect to travel, but Orlando International were still saying they didn't know when they were going to be opening. So it was all very up in the air. So by 10 p.m. we thought, okay, well, still not heard anything, so we'll assume that we're travelling tomorrow. Packed, everything was ready to go, everything was downstairs. We thought, go to bed, and we did one last check at 10:15 at night to see that our flight had been cancelled. So yeah, we found out that our flight was cancelled at 10:15 on Tuesday evening. Luckily, Charlie managed to phone and he got through to speak to somebody at Virgin who said that the earlier flight, we were on the 1 o'clock flight originally. There's the early flight and the later flight. We were on the later flight, which was cancelled, but the earlier flight was still planning to go ahead, although it was delayed. So it was the earlier flight, but it wasn't actually planned to leave until 4 o'clock. Yeah, so we got booked onto the earlier/later flight, and they said, yep, you'll get a confirmation email come through, but it should have already changed on your My Virgin log-on thing. So we're like, thanks, bye. Charlie checked the online booking, it still hadn't popped up, it still said flight cancelled, so that was slightly worrying, and we didn't have a confirmation email come through. So it was quite dodgy, because we only had this one woman on the phone to go off of. Like, do we trust what she said? Are we actually booked on this flight? So we don't have anything in writing to say, yes, you're on this flight. So we ended up sitting up until, I think, I didn't go to sleep until about midnight. Charlie stayed up, but he was just constantly refreshing his emails, hoping that this confirmation email was going to come through. And I think it finally came through at about 1:30 or something in the morning, so he fell asleep back downstairs because he didn't want to disturb me, bless him. But it was very dodgy with the timings of the flight. So the flight was originally meant to be leaving at 11, I think, and they told us to arrive for the normal check-in time. So they said we recommend that you get there to the airport for 9 o'clock in the morning in case the flight gets brought forward. So even though the flight wasn't expected to leave until 4 o'clock, we still had to be at the airport for 9. So we had to get up at, I think it was 5 in the morning or something. So we didn't get that much sleep. We were absolutely exhausted because the stress of Tuesday was just ridiculous. By Wednesday morning, there was still no announcement that Orlando was actually going to be open on Wednesday. So we decided, okay, well, we'll head to the airport, but we still don't know if we're actually going to be flying or not. So we got to the airport for 9 o'clock. We basically sat at the airport the entire day with still no announcement from Orlando whether they were going to be open or not. So it was the weirdest feeling, being at the airport and not actually knowing whether we're going to be flying or not. Like, at any point the flight could have been cancelled. Orlando could have said that they were going to be staying shut. So it was a very, very stressful and long travel day. me and Charlie did end up getting split up on the flight. The flight was fully booked, and we were lucky that we got a space on the flight anyway. We were right at the back. I had the window seat and there were 2 other people beside me. I'm too socially awkward to say, hi, can you just get up so I can go for a wee please, like I need the toilet. So I didn't go to the toilet for 11 hours, I think. So by the time when we actually got to Orlando, whew, that was a long awaited toilet break, I tell you that. And Charlie, unfortunately, the thing that his headphones plugged into didn't work. That was broken, so he had the whole flight without any entertainment. He couldn't watch any of the films or anything. And they had to divert around the hurricane, so the flight was extended, so it was a 9.5-hour flight. It was pretty horrendous, but I'm just so thankful that we actually did make it there in the end. But that's why I didn't really get to film it as much as I'd hoped to. It wasn't the exciting travel day that most people have. We didn't get the pre-travel day excitement. Like, I was sitting in the airport, I remember, just for a split second, I had this like wave of excitement hit me, and then I was like, no, I need to bench it because I don't want to be excited for this in case the flight does get cancelled at the last second. It was a really odd experience being in the airport, but still being like, don't know if we're actually travelling today. I did have a good breakfast though, so that was nice. I said at least if our flight gets cancelled, we had a nice breakfast. By the time we landed in Orlando, oh, I was so tired. I cannot tell you how tired I was just from the stress and the lack of sleep. Oh, it was awful. I was dead. Like, sitting on the Magical Express, like, it hurt to have my eyes open. Like, I've tried to do the best I can. I've made like a little montagey type video, but it's very abrupt at the end. I was just dead. I was completely dead. I was not in the mood to have a camera in my hand. As much as I really wanted to film this day and document it and for the memories, and it was just not, I just couldn't do it. I just could not do it. So I'm sorry, the ending is really abrupt. I did the best I can. Yeah, not your average travel day, but there you go. I hope that you enjoy our travel day more than we did. There you go, here's our travel day, woo! When I first saw this, my initial thought was, restaurant, bakery and bar, all in that little van? Impressive. Made it. Virgin Atlantic. Whether we're getting on the flight today is a completely different matter, but well, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Oh, banana pancake and
sausage sandwich.
Sausage sandwich. Nom nom nom. Change. I've only been here since 9 o'clock. Come on. Yay! Finally! We're flying on Forever Young.
Forever Young. Disney's Magical Express hope you have a magical stay and build memories that will last a lifetime.
Charlie is going into our room.